But you gotta be brave enough to step into the ring. Put your guard up and fight back.
I can't believe this just happened. Right now, at a grocery store, this woman went $100 over budget from buying baby formula. And it wasn't supposed to be like that. Here's what happened. I hear the biggest freak out from a woman in line with her 2 babies, and she goes, "How can I be $100 over budget? It's the same baby formula that I've been buying." This just happened today. So I'm a little nosy. The long line that I'm in, I'm like, I'm not going to wait in this one. Let me just go behind this woman because it was a lot quicker. So I get in that line and I can hear the conversation. And she's telling the cashier, but the cashier has the same face of bewilderment saying, "No, sweetheart, this has to be an accounting error, an inventory error, something. This is not correct. I just had another lady about a week ago with the same baby formula, the same amount. It shouldn't have been this amount. There's something wrong." So I'm like, oh, okay, good for her. It's going to be cheaper. The cashier proceeds to call 3 people: the floor manager, an inventory specialist, and the GM that just so happened to be at that specific store because there's multiple of this chain. They look at the baby formula, they pull out the inventory sheet, whatever, to put the pricing and whatnot. And all 3 of them say the exact same thing. There is no way this could be real. When did this happen? The inventory guy is like, "I'm checking the codes and yeah, they raised the price." So then the GM is looking at the floor manager, at the inventory manager, and is like, "How are we supposed to sell baby formula if it just went up $100? So then the GM says, "Hold on." He puts in a code and then he puts the correct price from like a week ago, and the lady goes on her way and she's happy. So then the GM, and I'm still in line, mind you, and I'm interested in like, what is going on? The GM did her a courtesy, but then he went back to his little office, and by the time I had finished checking out, he came back and his face was white. And he goes, "All the baby formula went up in the last week. What the hell is going on?"
I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but hear me out. Y'all remember that Netflix movie, Leave the World Behind, produced by Barack Obama and Michelle Obama? Y'all remember a couple weeks ago when them Teslas stopped working? And now we having a national cell phone outage. And y'all think that's regular? Y'all not listening? Nobody saying nothing? Am I tripping? Or we about to leave the world behind? And riddle me this. Why would our former president be a producer for a movie like that? Like, be for real. Why? And you telling me it was 8 years and he ain't seen nothing? Come on now. Come on now. Or, we could be tripping though. Life could just be lifing though. Or maybe something else. I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know. Today was supposed to be such a productive day, and it turned into a meltdown. I got a phone call yesterday from my insurance letting me know that, hey, the rates in California have gone up, and your insurance is now going to be $500 a month. For a lot of people, that may not be a lot, but to me, that's so much money, like $500 a month for car insurance. And like, thankfully, I've never been in an accident. But like, where does all that money go? $500 a month? You know what I can be doing with those $500? Paying off my debt that I'm in, paying off my car faster. And I'm so upset because I have to pay this $500. And if I want to switch to another insurance, I have to pay that right away too. So I'll have to pay the $500 while the other one goes into effect. And I don't get that money back. Like, living in California is just I hate it. They make it so impossible for you to live. They make it so impossible for you to thrive. Everything goes up but your wage. They raise the prices on absolutely everything, but they don't give you more money. Because that's too much. You can't be asking for that much. There's so many things that I want to do, but obviously everything costs money. It sucks. And I work in a place where I see so many people come in and they're all struggling. Everybody's like, everything's so expensive. Everybody's literally struggling to make it by. And it sucks. I just hope for better days. I'm working towards better days. But it sucks. If you have the opportunity to get out of here, do it. I can't wait for me to be able to get out of here because it's not fun to live here. It really isn't. I don't know like what the dream is here. It crushes your dreams. California crushes your dreams. So don't come here. It sucks. It's trash.
Okay, so I'm a little weirded out. A little. Let me baby step you into this freaky world. And by the way, my VPN for work keeps failing, but we all know why that's happening, and I'll get to that point. Okay, so this morning at 6:45, I get up to go wake up my kids for school. And I see that my soon-to-be 9-year-old on March 1st, he's close enough. He's 9. He was, God damn it, I know it can't connect. I'm not going to get any work done today. Okay, so he was already awake, and I was like, dude, why are you already awake? And he was like, Mom, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I had a zombie dream last night, a very in-depth one. I have a 9-minute video sitting in my drafts right now that I'm very hesitant on posting because it doesn't show his face. It's like video in the ceiling, but it's him talking through the dream. And I told him, I was like, this is really in depth. This is crazy. And we were talking about all this before we had even left to go bring the kids to school. Like this was happening during breakfast, getting uniforms on, shit like that. So he walks me through the whole dream. And then we get in the car. I'm pulling out of the garage with my kids in the back seat. They're buckled in. I also have a 5-year-old. He was buckled. Everything was good. And I turn up my radio station and 94.5, Bobby Novosat is sitting there saying, oh, all services, are down. 911 services are affected across the nation. And I look in my rearview mirror at my son, my oldest that had the dream. And he was like, Mom. And I said, that's weird. That is fucking weird. And you want to know what's also weird? I had a zombie dream in 2021. And do I think that we're going to be dealing with actual zombies? No. But do I think it's a warning of something? Yes. How our brain interprets that warning and what we end up doing to implement to whatever the fuck is coming, sure, great, whatever. But the fact that I had a zombie dream that I posted, I have the video, it's on my TikTok from January 23rd, 2021. I had a zombie dream, and then he comes to me all disconcerted, and he's like, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I couldn't go back to sleep. It was just he said, Mom, it was so vivid. I said, baby, that's a lucid dream. He was like, yeah, I felt like I was actually there. And he's a Pisces sun, Pisces moon. So when that dude dreams, he's like damn near astral traveling. Like he has told me some crazy fucking dreams, right? And I asked him before I started videoing the dream, asking him to talk about it. And it was graphic. And another reason why I don't know about posting it is I don't know if TikTok would even push it because he talks about different things that happen. And I asked him if he was okay with me videoing it and if I kept the camera to the ceiling, not showing him. And he was like, yeah, Mom, sure. And he just went into it saying everything. He also mentioned that in his dream on his tablet, he had the capability to look at all the maps for the world and specifically like our nation, the United States. And he said all the states, because we're in Louisiana, he said all the states were red except for one, Kentucky. He said Kentucky was white. And I'm sitting here thinking, first of all, you're 9 years old. Kentucky is a really weird state to bring up, right? Like, it's just random. Like, yeah, I'm sure he's learning about states in school, but it was just really weird. Because, like, I don't know. It piqued my interest as odd. And he said that in his dream, the zombies were moving at the speed of light. They were really, really, really fucking fast. And Like, you would blink and they're already through. Now, whether this may actually be real zombies in real life, who the fuck knows? I don't know. I mean, and then we find out about the services being down, and I'm like sitting there thinking, and I'm trying not to be one of them crackpot moms, you know, that overthink everything. I'm like, do I even let my kids check in? Like, do I bring them to school? And I still dropped them off because we live like a mile from the school. I can be there in like no time, faster than the fucking zombies, if I need to be. Okay. But you just gotta admit that it's weird. It left that much of an impression on him. He talked about how we had to bunker down in the house. He talked about how my mom and my stepdad were here with us, and my mom ended up getting turned into a zombie, and that we had to, unfortunately, deal with her. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, sorry, parents, if y'all are watching this, my bad, bro. I didn't even tell them about this dream. But yeah, so... And then the dream that I had about zombies in 2021, they were self-aware zombies. They were they had the ability to plot and plan and capture people. That's what I talked about. The video, I ended up going and scrolling forever this morning and went and found it, and I liked it so that it's at the top of my liked videos. So if I need to go access it, I can. And I saved it to my phone. I don't know, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. That's it.
I have something to say. Jesus!
So sorry. I was deep in thought and I really came to a realization. First of all, ignore how crazy I look right now because of me going through the motions. Second of all, I want you to sit down and I want you to hear what I'm about to tell you about you real quick. I don't mean no harm, but I want to thank you for being who you are despite your circumstances. You could have been a fucked up ass individual. You could have been malicious. You could have been mean as fuck because of all the shit that people have put you through and everything that people have done to break you. Thank you for not letting them. Thank you for being broken but allowing yourself to keep going. Thank you for being the reason why we have good people in this world despite everything that you've been put through. Thank you for allowing yourself to go through those things and learning that you can heal and grow from them instead of inflicting more pain on the other people like folks normally do. Thank you for choosing yourself today by waking up and allowing yourself to go through this day. Thank you for being an amazing person. I know that the day-to-day, just dealing with life, gets to all of us, having to go to work, pay bills, either raise kids, deal with family, deal with loved ones. These different things keep going and we keep going and we keep going. And it becomes like a hamster on a wheel. You know it's going somewhere because it's moving, but you don't feel like you're going nowhere because you don't feel like you're moving. I want you to know that you probably woke up this morning and you thought to yourself, what the fuck is the point of all of it? The crazy thing is I just gave you every reason why it was. Perception can make your reality and it can break your reality. I just gave you every reason why you're doing a good job. Don't let your mind tell you that you're not. You're beating the odds even though it don't feel like it. That's all I wanted you to know. I wanted you to sit down and hear all the bullshit you went through and look at what you're doing right now. You could have chosen a lot of fucked up decisions like most people in your life that you've encountered have. And despite everything that you've been through, you still chose to be a good person. Thank you. And again, you're doing a great job. Have a beautiful day.